YouTube friends, I'm here to film my booktubeathon wrap up. I'm a few days late, but what can you do, really? So yeah, I'm really happy with my results. Actually, I didn't join on any Instagram or video challenges, but I did read quite a bit, and I actually finished all the challenges except two of them. I did maybe half. I'll explain anyhow. So the first book was to read, the first challenge was to read a yellow book, and I finished half of Yellow Sun, and I'm very happy I finally finished this. If you saw my TBR video, you knew I only had 200 pages left, which been lying around for 2 years. And this was really great. It's heartbreaking, of course, because it's about the Biafran War in the 60s, but it's really, really good. And I actually started watching the film adaptation, but I only saw half, and then I thought I was gonna watch the rest that evening, but I forgot about it because my boyfriend got home and we did other stuff. So, but I wanna watch it through. I just found the beginning to be very hectic, like things happen so quickly, which it doesn't in the book because the book is so huge and the film is 2 hours. So I don't know, I'll have to watch it and see why they did that, because I feel like they missed out on a lot from the beginning. Anyhow, next challenge was to read something only after sunset. That was quite hard actually, because the sun is up really long here in Scandinavia. If I would have lived further north, we wouldn't even have sundown, so yeah. But yeah, for this challenge I read Hold Your Own by Tempest, and I really love this. This is a poetry collection, and I really loved the longer stories about Tiresias, who changes sex throughout the story, and I just found this to be very rhythmic and emotional and quite beautiful. Actually, I would love to read more of her work. So yeah, I definitely recommend this book actually, and I read this half or maybe a third the first night, and then the second night I read a little and then I couldn't sleep, so yeah, I got up and read most of this book between 2 p.m. and 5 a.m. So yeah, but this was really good. And then I read the book that I picked just to read 7 books. It was quite short, but I wanted to read it because this is an Afghanistan story, and this was also very heartbreaking. It's by Atiq Rahimi, called Earth and Ashes. This was quite good, and apparently this also has a film adaptation. And this is just a very laid back, kind of plain story, very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of a very simple and straightforward language, which is good because not everything has to be, yeah, I can't really describe it right now, but yeah, I found this quite good actually, and it was interesting to read about someone experiencing this kind of thing, because it's about a grandfather and a child waiting for a car to take them to the mines where the son slash father works, because he doesn't know that their village got bombed and that most of the family died. So that's what it's about. Then I think on Tuesday, I went to the big library downtown with my boyfriend, and I just scavenged the whole poetry collection, and I got like 12 collections with me home, and I also found this graphic novel, Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. I've been wanting to read this for quite some time. This is also a booktube recommendation, sort of. So yeah, and I just couldn't not read it directly, so I read this as well during the readathon. And I really liked this. This was so up my alley. Just my bag of chips, really. I really like the art style and I like the stories. They are so weird and so fucking scary sometimes. It's silly because they're quite simple. And I guess some people would maybe think they're kind of naive or not really, because there's not a lot happening. It's like a children's horror story kind of, but I just really like how she wrote it because it sounds like poetry. You read it like poetry. There's just, yeah, and I really like the artwork actually. It's quite intricate and just super beautiful, and I like the colors and the writing and all the stuff. I think this is beautiful. So yeah, I really like this. I'd love to get my own copy of this actually. Then for the challenge to read a book that was older than you, I read 2 short stories from Novelx, which is a Swedish company. They make these small books with different designs. These are 2 Swedish classical authors, Agnes von Krusenstjerna, and I had actually read Elin Wagner before, but not this story. And I like both of these. I like to read about a different time period in Sweden and how women were brought up and what they had to do to live, and especially Elin Wagner, she writes about the working class and females who had to work in an environment where men didn't want them to work, really. So yeah, I like both of these. And then I read a poetry collection that I picked up at the library just because I felt like it, and it was okay. And this is Sara Jansson. I've never heard of her before, but apparently she's from close by where I grew up. And I read the first poem at the library and thought it was good, so I brought it home with me, and then I read it during this week. So just showing it here. And then I started the challenge for reading a book by your favorite author, and I picked Shirley Jackson Hangsman, and I got halfway through during this week, and I read this from Wednesday and forward, or maybe Thursday and forward, and didn't finish it because I think on Wednesday or Thursday and Saturday I didn't read much actually. I just didn't feel like it. I did have the whole week off. I'm still on vacation, so I've had quite some time reading, but I was just not feeling it, so I've been playing games and stuff like that, seeing friends, but really enjoying this so far. It's super weird. I've read a bit more now actually, but it's kind of, this is really a college story, but I think a mystery is starting to evolve. So it's quite mysterious, but not as freaky as the cover shows yet. But she kind of like, I feel like maybe she's schizophrenic or something. I'm not sure. If you've read this, don't say anything yet because I have like a third left. So yeah. Anyhow, I did finish another book, and that was a graphic novel because I got a few graphic novels home for like a late birthday gift for myself, or they were late. So I read the last of the saga that's out anyhow. And it was so good. I'm so happy because I think like the last 2 episodes, I think I didn't really, it was like meh, but this was really great. crap went down in here, and I just really like this. Definitely recommend it. And yeah, because I've been reading these from the library since they came out, and I just decided that no, I want to buy them for myself. So I got this finally. So I'm slowly gonna buy them for myself, and I also picked up a few other comics. But I'll show them in another video. So yeah, I did all my challenges almost. So half a movie. I did read a book though, even though I just finished it this year. 200 pages, that's like a normal size book. And yeah, I read half of my favorite author, that book. I did not start this one, which I picked for book and film adaptations. But I didn't want to stress it because I feel like I'm gonna love this book, so I didn't want to stress into it since I didn't feel like reading that much. And I'm really enjoying Shirley Jackson Hanksman, so that's what I'm gonna concentrate on for right now. So yeah, that was my booktubeathon. Tell me in the comments how you did, or just post your video, whatever. I'd love to know. Fuck. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye!